Hi, I am Alec Recillo and I am the featured artist of the month of November. Alright, hi, ako nga pala si Alec Recillo from batch 2020. Field of expertise. Ngayon nagwo-work ako sa graphic designer but in my spare time, I do a lot of 3D art. Mostly yun yung talagang forte ko. Nung nasa LPO ko, I do a lot of different things altogether. Kasi I tend to separate kung ano yung work ko at the time. Kasi back then, nagdo-dorm ako. And then, hindi siya sagot ng parents ko. So, I had to, there was a time where I had to do freelance work para may pambayad ako sa rent, utilities, and food. I used to draw back then, nung nasa LPO ako. Drawing for commissions. And of course, in my spare time, I used to do a lot of fan art na 3D. Kasi sobrang unique nung medium na yon. And nung time ko sa LPU, not a lot of people are na yun yung parang nila, like specific na interest nila. Kasi usually pagdating sa MMA, you get a photography or graphic design, and there are a lot of illustrators then, but 3D artists are only a handful nung time ko at least. So, hindi lang ako sure ngayon. So when I enrolled nung way back 2016 ba yun, all I knew back then was graphic design, and even then sobrang super low tier pa nung skill level ko noon. I'm sure a lot of students felt, lalo na nung first year sila, is magiging MMA sila, and then it's super intimidating kasi minsan meron kayong mga kaklase na like first year pa lang pero sobrang galing na, ang gaganda na ng mga portfolio nila. Minsan like very degrading sa pakiramdam, pero fortunately sobrang beginner friendly nung mga naging profs ko at the time, kasi this course, well, it's meant to be provided for people na walang background sa multimedia. So it was an opportunity for me to spread out from my previous niche, which was just graphic design. And then nainteresado ako mag-illustration, nainteresado ako magsulat for films, and then mag 3D eventually nung higher year level na ako. And aside from yung learning sa school, I was able to build a small audience sa Twitter, because when I got comfortable doing 3D art, I decided na gumawa ng art about something which I was passionate about. Meron akong a series of fan art that I used to do way back 2019, 2018 siguro. Nagulat ako kasi dahil nga it's rare for fan artists to do art in 3D. So parang may ilang mga tao na, yo, this looks kind of cool though. And ako personally, I'm grateful for yung following na meron ako sa Twitter ko, which is full of fan art that is 3D. There's this YouTube channel. They're called Corridor Digital. And then mostly for for VFX sila, CGI. I'm sure a lot of older MMA alumni and students are familiar with them. They do a lot of innovative, cool stuff, mostly 3D. And even though hindi Maya yung ginagamit nila, usually Cinema 4D yata. Very inspiring and magandang source of references yung work nila, because the work that they do, very achievable siya for people who do not have big production budgets. Kasi usually for people who aren't artists, iniisip nila kapag CG, it's usually the big budget films, or they spend millions of dollars to achieve realism, especially sa mga sci-fi or fantasy themes. Pero with the tech that we have today, kaya na siya kahit naka-laptop ka lang. Kaya mong gumawa ng like special effects, and you can achieve yung pretty believable na type of CGI, and yun yung klase ng work na ginagawa ng Corridor, which is why they're very motivational for me as an artist. Another one is Beeple, yung artist name niya. He does a lot of 3D art then, very surreal and pop culture centric. And another one, when it comes to themes and composition, is an artist named Sachin Teng. Hindi siya ganun ka-mainstream, pero they've been a personal favorite of mine for a very long time. Something na hindi mo directly mamamalayan is yung struggles mo as a late teen or early 20s person na artist. When I was living sa dorm, so very independent na type of life, mapipilitan kang i-balance lahat, or not exactly balance, like i-juggle even lahat ng mga like problema. So I'd say one of the biggest struggles for me as an artist na graduating or like studying multimedia is balancing yung life ko as an artist and then yung adulting life ko, since I was in my 20s, very early 20s at the time. Sobrang hirap i-manage ng energy levels mo when first, meron kang ACADS, meron kang mga requirements na kailangan i-submit. Second, meron kang, since we're all artists, meron tayong urge to always be creating personal art. So kailangan nating isingit yun sa buhay natin. So it's more of a spiritual fulfillment. And last, since some of us are starting to move towards a more adult na kind of lifestyle, so kailangan namin isingit yung like chores or yung budgeting mo, or mamomroblema ka kung saan ka hahanap ng panggastos sa mga films nyo, sa mga bigger projects. I highly suggest slowly learning to become more independent as a person, lalo na college student kayo. There's a lot of resources or like books and stuff to learn about how to balance yung mga problems mo in life, and I think that's something na hindi madalas kino-cover ng mga when artists share about their struggles. When you're given like tasks or requirements sa school, iniisip nyo yung mga deadline. So usually kakabahan kayo, alam makakapagpasa ba ako on time, matatapos ba yung render namin on time, or yung feeling na wala akong maisip na magandang like design or layout or output. You get this feeling of anxiety na kailangan mong sundin yun, kailangan mo ipasa siya. And for a lot of artists, that is a very, very strong motivation para gumawa sila ng art, ng output. And sometimes, para doon naman sa mga students na nag-freelance work, their motivation is a boss or a client. Or yung money, yung bayad, yun yung motivational na part nun. Pero naisip ko, bakit pagdating sa personal work, say you're a 3D artist and you wanna learn about physics simulations, you wanna learn about simulating water in 3D, and then sasabihin mo sa sarili mo, bukas ko na lang gagawin, o mamaya, next week na lang, wala pa akong free time. I figured na pag yung mga deadlines sa work and school, nagko-comply ka kasi nire-respeto mo sila. Pero kapag magsaset ng deadline para sa sarili mo, sometimes mahirap siya gawin, or usually pinapagpabukas mo siya. So it comes off as hindi mo nire-respeto yung sarili mo as a person, hindi mo vina-value yung worth mo as an artist. So to sum that up, artists should learn a lot about valuing yung sarili nilang time and respecting kung ano yung goals mo. Kung kaya mong respetuhin yung mga prof mo, yung mga client mo, yung mga boss mo, why not respect yourself and find the time and effort to push through, lalo na yung mga gusto mo pang matutunan as an artist, regardless kung anong field mo, kung film man or illustration or 3D. Value your worth and respect yourself. I am Alec Recillo, and thank you Limax for having me as the artist of the month of November.